Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Slime Rancher.
Because you took out the entire new levels.
Yes, I did for a different reason.
What was that reason?
So when you're I think I kind of just did this out of I was just trying to fix everything. If you cancel the recording if you just if OBS closes without you manually closing the recording, it just creates a video that doesn't work.
Oh.
And I don't think I thought about that when
you were restarting your computer and stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't until after that I realized that I had done that. So
got it.
That's what that was all about.
Okay.
There's a different file format that I can change OBS to that won't happen.
Is that the RKM one?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do that next. I'll plan on doing that. I mean, it's... Oh my god.
Oh my Largo.
Oh my god. Dude, isn't that where Trump lives? Oh my god, what?
I mean,
insane?
pretty much.
Yeah.
We finally saw Cocaine Bear.
Yo, we did see Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear.
I want to talk about that, man. That was insane.
Oh my god, I forgot. That felt like way more than only
Yo, spoilers for Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, next
there's a bear. There's a bear, cocaine. And he does cocaine. He has a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
that movie was insane.
That was fun.
It was exactly what I wanted it to be. If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was exactly the kind of it didn't take itself serious. It didn't take itself seriously, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
At all. I thought it may have been a movie that was so bad that it was good, it was actually just good. Yeah, it was I don't want to say cute, but it was very self-aware of what it was.
It was aware that it was a silly premise.
Yeah.
And it treated it with the amount of seriousness that it deserved, i.e. basically zero.
This is the few moments that I wish I was still in college and surrounded by film majors.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear every different type of different type of film students' take on it. Because I guarantee there would be some that were mad. There would be some that would just think it was so stupid. But for the most part, bye.
Oh what did they do?
I'm sorry. Yeah, what was your favorite?
Into the ocean.
Assuming anyone listening who hasn't skipped until we're not talking about Cocaine Bear, what was your favorite part about Cocaine Bear, Rob the Gamer 115?
Oh boy, it threw me on the spot very quickly.
Yeah.
All right. Right off the bat, I think funniest was it was somewhat near the beginning of the movie where, again, I'm horrible with names. I don't know any of the characters' names.
Eren.
Yeah, Eren Yeager. So it was Eren Yeager and Mikasa.
Yep.
No, so it was the two kids, the boy and the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And they find the cocaine, and the boy's like, oh, first of all, that boy immediately knew it was cocaine. I don't think I ever would have known that.
What cocaine looks like?
How old are they in the movie? 10?
Middle school, probably.
Alright. I don't think I would have... I don't know if I would have picked up that was cocaine that quickly.
He did kind of do it while it was in the... It was in the package, I think. Was it until they opened it? Because I think if you open it,
they knew it just from looking at the package.
Yeah.
They saw the package and they're like, I think it's cocaine. It's like, what? It's like I would have opened it and then maybe realized it was cocaine, but that wouldn't have been my first thought. But anyways, this kid is like, "Oh yeah, I do cocaine all the time." Definitely like doing the middle school thing where it's like, "Oh my god, I gotta impress the girl. I gotta impress the girl." Yeah, I do
Oh,
cocaine. And she's immediately like calling his bluff, basically. And she's like, "Well, how do you do cocaine then?" And he's like, "Yeah,
you
eat it."
eat it?
And I get the feeling that like I she I at first I thought she knew he was fucking with her and just went along with it to humor herself. But then he actually like ate a spoonful of cocaine. But then she also did a spoonful of cocaine.
They just didn't know what it. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they just knew what cocaine was by name. I like the
They knew
idea
what
that
cocaine
kids
was,
are
but
like.
didn't know that you snort it. Is the thing.
I like the idea that kids are just like, oh yeah, cocaine. We're gonna do drugs. There's like this isn't could potentially ruin our lives.
Well,
Like,
I think the kid immediately has regrets later.
oh yeah, when he's talking to
He's walking with the mom. Yeah, he's like, so hypothetically speaking, and I'm pretty sure he did go hypothetically speaking. Like
if
5
someone
times.
was to just ingest a bunch of cocaine, like would they get addicted to it? Asking for a friend.
Right. And then
No, even
immediately,
sort of-
when the mom reunites with the girl, the mom's like, so he did cocaine, and the girl's like, why did you tell her? So yeah, no, pretty much any scene with those two kids is probably my favorite. Because I can genuinely say that working with kids of that age, they nailed exactly how they would act. So that was my favorite.
Yeah, she also pretty chill for a mom who knew her kid did cocaine, but maybe that was just based on the situation that they were in.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
she kind of had bigger.
If you're gonna do drugs,
Issues.
put yourself in mortal danger.
If you're gonna do drugs, only do marijuana. Marijuana's kind of chill. I guess if you're gonna do another one, I don't know, LSD.
Don't be a floozy. Just do whatever. Don't hurt
A streamer?
yourself.
Jesus Christ, Dustin.
It's not a streamer.
Please,
Seriously.
please, this podcast does not endorse heroin. Just saying.
No, we do.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
No,
moving
we
on.
don't. No, we don't.
We-
Or
yeah, in
bath
Minecraft.
salts. Fuck that.
Only in Minecraft. Only in Minecraft do we endorse bed salts.
Is there a Minecraft mod for doing
Dude, there's whole
drugs?
servers. Do you know about prison servers, dude?
What?
Do you know about prison Minecraft servers?
I think I've heard about them, but go on.
Oh, these used to be like all the rage. Basically, what you do is you basically do just labor, right? It's kind of like a weird take on Cookie Clicker, kinda, where basically you start doing things manually, and then as you go, you start like generating like passive income. You know what I mean? Like first you start just mining in the mines,
Okay.
literally just mining ores in like a group that's in like a pool or like a one area that's just stone. You're not even mining in caves or anything.
Okay.
And then basically you like you sell that so you can get like access to the better mines,
Okay.
and then you get other bigger stuff, and then you can get like armor, and then you can like fight people, and there are like guards. It really popped off. There was like a couple years where they like really popped off. It's kind of a weird concept though. But it's like prison servers, and then like they have like items, and then like sometimes there's like drugs, and you'll get like it'll be like cocaine, and it'll be like sugar, like the Minecraft sugar thing, and it's cocaine. You start selling drugs to other inmates, and I don't know what it does. I never played them enough, but this guy I used to know, I think I talked about it before. The guy who had a Minecraft server, who had like a big Minecraft server and then got fucked by taxes.
Yeah, he's actually.
Yeah, he had like a prison server at one point. I remember playing on it a little bit, trying to figure out what it was. But you know, it was pretty big. I think it's part of the. It kind of died off, but like a lot of Minecraft stuff has died off. Like those type of servers. Now it's all like mini game servers and stuff. But I remember there being some of them would have like drugs, and I'm like, kids play this game. And they're like, "Yeah, I can't wait to get home from school and hop on the prison server and do some hard labor just to
Oh my
advance
God.
myself in the Minecraft game."
I want to find a modcraft. I want to find a Minecraft mod where there's a bunch of different drugs, and if you take the drug, you have the effects of the drug happen in the game, but that includes like the addiction component. You know what I mean?
What you go through withdrawals?
Yes. Because I think it would be a very interesting mod and could potentially and honestly could potentially even be educational to a certain extent.
I feel like the second that someone has to get more cocaine to deal with their withdrawals, they're just gonna stop playing it. It's gonna be like, fuck this.
Okay. I gotta
Minecraft's hard enough.
Well, you're right, Dustin, but the point is it shows how doing cocaine once can lead to you having withdrawal symptoms and getting a dependency on it and stuff like that.
Rob, I just want to tell you that if Dare was still around, they would be doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think
Like-
I would.
Oh,
I think-
100%.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, have you ever seen like
No,
like,
I don't.
really?
I think my idea is way cooler than anything Dare would do.
No, they totally
If Pete is
would.
making like anti-Pokemon games, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
like, remember
PETA's on
Like,
their own
Pokemon-
drugs, all right?
Yeah, so is the fucking Dare, dude. They
Are you
really thought they really.
PETA to Dare.
I'm
Hmm?
saying that Dare was
PETA's
like,
way worse.
yeah, they're way worse because they actually do stuff. Dare just showed a bunch of kids, dude. Literally in
And Cocaine Bear.
literally in Cocaine Bear, the reason that I think they like actually the reason that they knew it was cocaine was because they were like, officer whatever showed us this in school.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. I just remember it. I'm like, that's insane. Because that's really what happened. You should be like, they would go to schools and be like, yo, look at these drugs. And kids would be like, cool. These look cool. Dare did not. They had a war on drugs and they lost, dude. They legitimately lost. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, no, I totally think they would do something like that.
Yeah.
That seems right up their alley. If you've ever seen like the weird attempts to like connect with kids, like the boomer way, like it makes sense.
Oh, the kids like Minecraft.
And I'm really old for some reason.
You said boomers.
How old do you think boomers are?
Huh?
How old are boomers? How old are they?
Old.
Are they like, my back?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, my back. Oh,
Well, no.
Are they that old?
No.
They could be. I don't know.
I think
You
I think-
water?
boomers are like 55 and up. Because my parents sound nothing like that, but I would describe them as boomers.
I guess boomer is like an actual thing. Like you do have to actually been born.
Yes, you do have to have been born at some point. to
Yeah,
be a
yeah.
boomer.
Typically, you have to be born.
Yeah.
I mean, like
59 up.
What was that?
59 and up.
Yes, 59.
Really? Okay, that's
Yes.
older than I thought.
Age
Yeah,
59 and up?
Well, yeah.
So
Yeah,
my
no.
dad's a boomer, but not my mom?
Probably. Probably close. Probably it's probably the same way that
Wait.
The internet's
What's my
ruined your
mom?
guys' mind. The boomers are the older ones.
Oh wait, never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind. My mom's older than I remember her being.
it might
Yeah,
also
my
just be
mom-
kind
my
of
mom's in her
like
early 60s at this point. Shit, never mind.
it might kind of be also like how like if you ask like a marketer what generation they're trying to appeal to and they
Oh my
say like
God.
and they say millennial, they still include like they're still like a little bit more broad than the actual term millennial, I think.
Well, it's like the thing that always pissed me off is Matt. Do you consider yourself a millennial or Gen Z? Because I can tell you this, I've looked it up, and like, according to half the websites, I'm a millennial, and the other half I'm Gen Z.
Yeah.
Personally, I relate more to millennials' mindset than Gen Z. I think.
Yeah, well, I think that's kind of the thing. How it's kind of a mind. There is like
Kind
the
of a culture
mindset.
thing.
Yeah.
Mindset.
It's like I'm
I've
not
always-
like obsessed with like TikTok and like TikTok stars.
I don't even think Gen
But-
Z is the one obsessed with TikTok. I think it's the one after them.
No, it's Gen Z.
Oh, it's Gen Z, 100%.
Is
bro.
that Gen Z? Yeah, I guess.
Have
it
you
is.
seen TikTok?
No, I try not to.
Oh, they are obsessed.
I always
I
try to
guess
find
the
the
question
people.
is where does Gen Z end? And I think the one after it's now Gen Alpha they're calling it.
Yeah,
So when does
Yeah.
Gen Z end and Gen Alpha begin?
Well, probably the
pretty sure
same
Gen
way.
Alpha's like little kids and babies right now.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah,
think-
So like my
yeah.
nephews, okay.
yeah. Gen Alpha can hardly speak coherent sentences yet.
Not to talk about the game, because it's about the podcast, not the game. But Matt,
Don't
do you have a
ask.
clue? Do you have a clue as to what you're doing?
No.
Just
'Cause
make it
I'm
look
gonna be
entertaining,
honest,
bud.
I have no clue what you're doing, but I also don't know what you're supposed to do.
Did I?
So
Did
I'm
I?
like, maybe you're doing
Did I
good.
like click the wrong thing? Like what? Okay. No, I don't. No,
No, you're playing the game.
maybe I clicked the wrong game mode.
I don't.
Maybe I opened like creative mode.
I don't think so.
New game, adventure. I feel like this would tell me
Well, what does
Maybe this-
casual say?
a relaxed take on adventure mode without the threat of tar slimes. I don't know what that is. Let's
I
try
don't
it. Let's. You know what? You call the most common game that's turn on.
Yeah.
My favorite part of Cocaine Bear was Huey and Ice Cube Jr., the drug dealers.
Oh, they were.
Wait,
Yeah.
which one was Huey and Ice Cube Jr.?
The drug dealers. The ones that were trying to get the cocaine back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The one who
Yeah,
lost his.
Billy told him.
Yeah.
The one who. What was it? He lost his dad.
His wife.
Right. He
Yeah, his
lost his wife.
Yeah, his wife. Yeah.
And then the guy who ended up just having everything happen to him.
Yeah.
How would you lose those two fingers? They're not even next to each other.
What was it? He
I think-
lost his pinky and middle.
Yeah, his
Yeah, it
pinky
was like
is-
his pinky and middle finger.
that might be my favorite line. That's
I think it was. It's really the comedy was the actual like just joke telling writing was really
Can I-
good because that's what I was. That's what I was
His
thinking.
fingers.
That's what I was thinking, but never would I imagine that they would actually like do it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like they would
Not
bring it
even
up.
that, but like not to go stereotypical or anything, but like the humor of the movie combined with the Georgian accent was amazing. You there?
Holy shit! No, I just
Oh, you
made
figured it
him.
out?
Made. I need to bring him back here.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess.
I need to
Okay,
ranch the
I-
slimes.
I knew there was something like that. I was like, when did this start showing up?
This is the equivalent of someone for the first time getting in Minecraft, breaking a bunch of blocks and being like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then finally you learn how to put 4 wood planks together. Or to put a log in there and get wood planks. And you're like, no, that's the crafting part of Minecraft.
Is this just a tree destroying simulator? I don't get it. I've just destroyed all the trees in this server. I feel like I'm done now.
do you guys remember your first time playing Minecraft?
Yes, vaguely.
Yes,
Yeah.
somewhat. I remember
I mean,
where
vaguely.
it was.
Where were you?
I was at a sleepover at my friend's house. He had Minecraft on his Xbox, I think.
Was it me?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Was
I-
it me?
Don't worry, Rob. I wouldn't just call you just a friend. I would have called you by your name. I think we're on
What?
first name basis by now.
I know.
I'd hope so.
I know
What'd you
my
ca-
first experience of Minecraft was also on Xbox. It was probably when I was Oh,
Missouri.
13, 14?
I think I was like 11 or 12,
Then maybe I was younger. Maybe I was younger.
maybe.
It wasn't
I
that
was definitely in
much.
middle school. I know that much when I
It
did it.
wasn't that much. It was probably like 6 months after the Xbox port came out. Because I know I watched Achievement Hunter do Minecraft for a while before I got the game. And then I played only on console for like 5 years. And I only started PC. I did a little bit of PC in high school, but really I haven't done like a lot of PC Minecraft until like the last like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now that I have my new computer
Yeah.
that actually like runs it.
I have a distinct memory of like I had played the game like a little bit. Like you used to be able to play like in like a weird like the classic mode in browser.
Oh, like
You remember
the alpha build?
like yeah, like really early. I remember playing that a
Yeah,
little
there are
bit.
kids who still do that, I think.
That's insane.
I feel like I've walked around and seen kids playing a browser version of Minecraft.
Yeah, maybe.
That was very basic.
But I remember that, and then when I actually got the game, I guess this probably wasn't my first time because I knew what a texture pack was. And I was playing with a texture pack that made things look like Pokemon and pigs. I remember pigs looked like Slowpoke, and I thought that was really cool. And I had just kind of dug a hole into the side of a mountain, and that was my first night because I had watched the Yogscast play it.
Please tell me that if they made the pigs look like Slowpoke, they made the pork chops look like Slowpoke tails.
I think they actually may have.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
This is a long time ago, dude. This is 7th, 8th grade, I think.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
Yeah. So, it was quite some time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember, God, I remember my aunt got it for me.
Matt, it looks like
No,
you
it
can
was at
only
my
hold
aunt's
on to
house.
4 resources at a time. That's why you can't pick up the carrots.
Maybe I just like the sound. You ever think about that?
Okay, you do you.
You ever think about that?
I'm just trying to help, my
I don't
friend.
want these chickens. I want the
Okay.
carrots.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember. I wish I was more cognitive. I wish I remembered more of it because I know that it's like something I'll never get back. I'll never be able to do that again. Is like what it's like to play Minecraft for the very first time.
I think about that not necessarily with Minecraft, but with other video games.
Yeah, it's a very bittersweet feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first playing BioShock Infinite. That's like my favorite, like probably my favorite game. If I had to, I've made the list before. It's in the top 5, top 3.
It's funny because I have not played BioShock Infinite.
But yeah, but like there's like one moment at the very beginning. It's when you first see the city of Columbia where the game takes place,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like this really like beautiful reveal where it's just like bright and pretty, and there's like God rays, like the light rays everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And like that moment in like particular I want to like be able to like experience again. There's also one where there's like this quartet that comes in on like a flying ship, so it's like a stage that has a quartet on it, and they're singing what's this song called? I may not always love you, but as long as there are stars above you. That song. And it's like a pretty common thing where people remember playing the game and just kind of just standing there and listening to them sing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is a video game about shooting, about like shooting enemies, and like this game's kind of dark sometimes, but a lot of people just have this memory of just listening to that like one part, just listening to music, and it's like really like I don't know. It's like a mix of nostalgia, but also kind of like it's like this. I guess it is just nostalgia, which is just kind of bittersweet in and of itself.
Yeah.
Huh. I like it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like the closest thing you can get to it is just watching someone else play it.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. So that's why it's like if you manage to find someone who's never played Minecraft before, just kind of sit him down.
Yeah.
Kind of sit him down in a
That's a
chair.
harder time with Minecraft. But like going with that, I've always said that my number one favorite video game will probably forever be Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I told you guys this. This is a crazy, weird story. But about a year and a half to 2 years ago, I decided that I wanted to see someone do a blind let's play of the game. And I found this YouTube channel. It was relatively small, only a couple thousand subscribers. And this person did a full playthrough of the game, and they actually voiced they like read through all the lines of dialogue, they did voices, and it was so well done. I loved it. And it really allowed me to play through the game again. I loved it so much. All right.
Yeah.
Fast forward like 8 months later, okay? And I'm participating in a video game bingo event, which I do. You know how I run these bingo things. Basically, long story short of it for people who don't know, it's basically you get random goals to do in video games and you just do them. So I'm participating in this event, right?
Hmm.
And the run right before my run has a runner name. And I'm like, that's familiar. It's the same YouTuber.
Shit, really?
Yeah. So, like, I watched this guy's YouTube channel not knowing that he was in the same community as me. This niche community. So I was like, God damn. And I thought about reaching out to him and being like, hey, I just wanted to know. I actually watched your playthrough of this game a couple months ago and it was so well done. I never did. And I've actually now seen him a couple of times online, but I've not talked to him.
No.
Huh.
But it's just really funny that, like, out of nowhere, this connection happened.
Yeah, it's kind of like a small world.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. But yeah, finding a Let's Play of one of your favorite games and watching someone play it blind, especially if it's a game that you love because of the story, then that can be fun.
Yeah. Do you have a video game, Dustin? Or being nostalgic?
Probably the first Overwatch.
Yeah. Actually though, like 2016
hype-
Overwatch.
100%, yeah. All the hype that it was around it, I remember I was watching every single video I could leading up to the release, and then the game finally came out, and throughout that entire summer, from when I woke up till I went to bed, I was just playing Overwatch. I don't think I've ever
Really?
liked the game nearly as much as I liked Overwatch that summer.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved Overwatch.
Which summer was this? Summer of 2016? So right after we graduated
Yeah.
high school?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Damn.
Yeah, no, there's
Oh, you know what? I'm over here, Dustin. I'm like, damn, how did I not know you spent a whole summer playing Overwatch? And what was I doing? That's the summer I spent at the Boy Scout camp all summer.
Yeah,
So I was away from you all for like the entire summer.
pretty much, yeah.
So that's probably why I
That's-
didn't get in on the original Overwatch hype, was because I was away from my computer.
you're touching
And then
grass,
I was
bro.
in Virginia.
Touching grass, man.
Yeah, I was busy touching grass.
Nice.
Damn it.
Dude, I can't wait to touch some grass.
Dude,
Same.
I saw some grass here right there. Yeah, right in front of you. See? There's some grass
I'm-
there too.
I mean, going camping, bro.
Well,
I
in
mean,
a couple months.
We are doing the exact opposite of touching grass right now. Oh, I am. I'm playing a video game.
I could go outside.
I'll go outside, man.
I
just-
could. I could go. I could pull Discord up right now on my phone. Go outside. It's actually really nice. I love going outside in my backyard at night because you can go out and literally see all the stars where I am.
Really? There's not a
Yeah.
lot of... Well, I guess
There's
you
not-
are kind of out of the way a little bit.
Yeah, being on a pond.
especially especially if you go towards the edge of the pond.
Mm-hmm.
There's some light pollution. So can you see like everything? No.
It's not like New Hampshire.
It's not like some of the nights that Dustin and I had camping. There were some nights where there were so many stars out. Matt, do me a favor and look up in the game right now. There were nights we camped where it looked like that.
You saw the moon like that?
No, it wasn't quite that big.
That's way too
But
close.
Like
You
the
didn't see it.
stars, we would see the stars like that.
You gotta tell someone about that.
Well, we found this little kid in green named Link. We told him.
Oh my god. I mean Zelda?
Oh, you're right. Sorry, his name was Zelda. Zelda Link, you know.
Little green guy. Goes, ah!
But yeah, you
So-
excited to do the camping?
Jump up.
There you
I'm
go.
really excited.
Good time.
Oh boy. Here's my prediction, Matt. You ready?
Yeah, who's not making it back?
No. So this is what I'm gonna say. You ready?
Yeah.
For the next 2 months, you're gonna continue to be so excited about camping. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna get there and you're gonna love it. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
We're gonna set up everything. We're gonna have dinner. You're gonna love it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
You're gonna wake up and say, "Why the fuck did I just do that?"
What? Go out there?
Let me tell you, Matt. Sleeping in a tent is not comfortable.
Dude,
It's not great.
Dude, what are you talking? You know I've done it before. Do I need to remind you?
He has
Oh,
done it
okay.
before, yeah.
All right. Okay.
I slept out in the middle of the Navajo reservation for like 10 days. There
I
were
thought you had-
coyotes, man. There were
I thought you had-
coyotes
I thought you
right
had-
next to us.
Caught for that, did you not?
A what?
Oh, you had like a cot.
No.
No, it was a.
Oh,
It was a
You're in a tent, yeah.
Okay.
wow, this guy.
Well, I
Dude,
thought the
it
whole
was-
point of you wanting to go camping was because you hadn't gone before.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was honestly more just because I've kind of had this like urge to just go outside.
I
Right?
mean, fair enough.
I wanted to do it. And also last time secondary thing
Yeah,
essentially-
Matt.
for the whole time. So I kind of want to go out and kind of just be outside, man.
Matt.
Catch some Pokemon.
Hear me out, Matt. You ready?
Go into the tall
Alright.
grass.
All right, Matt. You ready? This summer, climb a
Collect some
mountain.
wood. Climb a mountain?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Dustin, you want it?
Sure.
All right,
Well-
suck.
And what do we do when we get to the top? Just hang out there.
Well, typically you go up to the mountain, you check out the sights. I'll usually spend like 30 to 40 minutes of the summit, and then you work your way down.
Yeah.
All right,
That's cool.
I'll find,
Go up
I'll
there,
find
you
a cool
chill out a
mountain for
little
us to
bit,
do.
and you walk back down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll find a cool mountain for us to do. Depends on how much hiking we want to do, I guess.
Can it
Yeah.
be can we go to the 969th tallest peak?
That's not a
Massachusetts.
mountain. That is a hill. That will
Yeah.
take all of 30 seconds to climb, but if you want to do that along the way, we can.
Well, it's like a precursor, like a
All right,
trial
then
run.
yeah, sure. Dude, can we do a podcast up there?
Dude, actually, we would not be able to. We would not be able to talk about what it is. We'd be able to say it.
Yeah, just Google it.
Yeah, don't Google it.
I can say it.
Why not Google it?
You can't. No, Rob.
Why can't I say it?
because it's a little bit different when it's the internet.
The hell?
Not
How
everyone,
you
guys
not,
do
do
monetize.
LGBT?
not everyone agrees on the rules on that rule.
Oh, fuck that! I can.
Also,
I
if you,
won't because it's a recorded podcast, but like
not everyone agrees on the rule.
that's
Especially YouTube.
Yeah, they
Oh,
also
Go
just
ahead and talk
yeah.
to Susan with just see how she feels about it.
You do what you
Well,
can't.
not her anymore, but
She that
Yeah.
also just like the Twitch guy.
Yeah.
Twitch guy just quit too.
they're just bouncing.
Yeah,
who quit?
the CEO of Twitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No one knew who he was
Oh, interesting.
because he was just kind of a guy
Huh,
who really didn't do much for anyone. But can I sell this? Can I sell slimes? Nope. Can't sell people. All right.
No,
Yep,
Matt, that's slavery.
We were in slavery. You hear that?
Yeah.
That's some old Veggie Tales.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
boy.
were in slavery.
Something I was thinking about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys remember the Stairway to Nowhere?
From
In
my
our
school?
high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever accidentally go down it? And if so, how many times?
I think I went down it once our freshman year, and that was it.
I honestly don't think I ever went down there like accidentally.
Hmm.
I think I went down there once to see what it was about because someone mentioned it. And I'm not trying to like brag, like I never got confused. I think I just never like either had any like classes around it, or if I
Sure.
had my directions, I had my way to class, and I never really strayed from that.
Yeah, not. Alright, so here, I guess for context, do you want to explain what we're talking
Yeah, I
about?
was gonna.
Dustin?
Yeah.
So the Stairway to Nowhere at our school was pretty much exactly how it sounds. It was a stairway that when you went all the way down to the first floor, it was just an empty room essentially. It
It
didn't
was.
go anywhere.
I think it was basically a fire escape, is what it was supposed to be.
Maybe, yeah, makes sense.
Um,
And it's a thing where like when you're doing your tour of the high school for the first time, they literally show it to you. It's like this is the Stairway to Nowhere. Doesn't go anywhere. Don't be the idiot who falls down it, but you're going to be anyways, or not fall, but walks down it. They even
Mhm.
shows like a big mural of like some orange-haired anime girl. It's the orange anime girl.
oh my god,
Always
you're
remember
right.
that.
You're right.
What?
So it was
Remember
pretty.
how the walls would all have different like cartoon characters on them?
Yeah, for the stairways.
Yeah, there was one at that staircase that they specifically pointed out. Instead of you see this picture, you can't go to the first floor.
Yeah,
I forgot
So-
about that part, but you're right.
and sure enough, yeah, freshman year, it happened. Pretty embarrassing, especially since it was towards the end of the year, like May. It's like I have no excuse. I should
No,
know the school by
that's-
now.
Yeah, no, that's that's
It's-
you think you know what it is, and it trips you up.
Yeah, it was a little more embarrassing when I did it my sophomore year.
Oh, you did it twice?
Yeah, it was even more embarrassing than that when I did it my junior year.
Oh, Dustin.
So imagine how embarrassed I was when I did it senior year.
Dustin!
4
You could have taken
times.
all this to the grave.
4 times.
Once
I
a
some-
year? Yeah,
Yeah,
like
once
your
a year.
yearly trip?
Pretty much, yeah. It always happened in May too for some reason.
Oh, really? It was a yearly trip.
Yeah, I don't know
Um,
why. For some reason, I would be on the second floor and I would just forget. And there-
So the thing is that I never had that as an issue, and here's why. So, and I'm gonna say why I didn't have an issue, but in theory, you were doing the same thing. So I don't know how you were fucking up, but I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. The only classes that I even had on the first floor was band, which is nowhere near that staircase.
Yeah.
Plus, band is the first period of the day, so you don't touch stairs going to band. And then the only other classes I would have on the first floor were the ones in the temporary housing, the temporary unit, basically.
Yeah.
Temporary.
Zone
Um,
totally up
Quotations.
outside. Yeah.
which
Okay,
again is nowhere near that staircase.
older than
Yeah.
us.
And on top of that, when you first start a quarter at the school, you get your schedule, you learn how to get from one class to the other, and then you follow the same fucking route every time.
Pretty much, yeah.
So how do you fuck that up, Dustin?
I have no idea. I would just be
Like-
walking downstairs and suddenly be at a.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, if you said like, oh, you fucked it up at the beginning of a quarter or something, while you're trying to learn your way to a new classroom, then by all means that kind of makes sense. Even if it's like the fourth quarter each time. But May's in the middle of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So what the fuck were you doing?
I'm honestly flabbergasted myself. I don't know how. I was just walking down some stairs and suddenly I'd be at a dead end. I was like, oh no, I did it again. And then there's that walk of shame where you're walking up the stairway to nowhere, so everyone knows you're the idiot who walked down it.
I won't judge you, Dustin, because the fact of the matter is that I think I only went down it once. Could I have gone down it multiple times? Yeah, it's possible. If I did, it didn't make that much of an impression on me, clearly,
Yeah,
because I don't remember going down there.
yeah. I just was
I
thinking
know
about
for
it
a
today.
fact I went down there at least once, because I know what the area looks like.
Right, yeah.
But whether I went down by accident or on purpose, I don't remember. Whether it was my freshman year, senior year, or even just after school one day for the hell of it, I don't remember. Could have been even the freshman tour for all I fucking remember. Like, I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah, I was just scrolling through Reddit. And there was like talk about high school stuff, and I remember the
my
stairway to
God.
nowhere.
I remember
Then I-
seeing a thing about Reddit where it's like, did everyone's high school all have that staircase that led nowhere? And I'm like, wait, that's the thing in multiple high schools?
Yeah, that's what I was reading. Someone was talking about that. Apparently, at their school, they called it the blowjob corner or something.
I mean,
They got a little bit
funny.
of lore.
because the staircase there was kind of known for a similar thing, wasn't it?
Was it?
Was it?
You guys go? You guys have
I feel like I heard multiple times in high school that like people would go down there to have like sexual encounters.
Listen,
I
do I
think
think that
most of-
happened?
I think most of that was people saying shit and no one doing anything. But like, I feel like I heard that.
Listen, in the history of the school, has it happened? Definitely, 100%. I didn't hear any stories about that actually happening though, but I would put money
Oh,
that
I
it
never
has
heard
happened at some
stories
point.
with specifics.
Oh,
I'm
But
just
people-
saying you would hear, oh, people go down there for that reason.
Yeah,
I could not tell you any story where I heard definitively two people's names,
got it.
or even one person's name. Like,
Yeah. You hear all those stories. You hear all those stories about me being so cool going down there all the time. Wow.
and sucking all the dick. I know, right?
Yeah.
Dude, man, I thought it was weird when I went down there and I saw you on your knees, and then I
I was
saw
praying.
Georgia just standing there.
Yeah, we're praying, dude. We're
Ah,
praying, we're
interesting.
praying. We're doing our daily prayer. What are
Oh,
you
is
talking
that
about?
why you were mumbling? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the prayer corner. What are you talking about? The prayer corner.
That
You guys-
explains the That explains the expression on George A's face too.
Yeah. He was just really getting into Jesus.
Yeah.
We were all really into Jesus
Oh boy.
or Jesus, one of the two.
Oh boy.
Um,
George A looks up in the air. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Yeah, I'm a dummy. I was hoping you guys would be too, but apparently not.
Nah.
Yes, that's the reason I brought that up.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
that's-
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't think I went down there.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably say that about most people that went to school with us.
Meh.
Yeah, it is what it is.
All right. Sub.
Mhm.
Matt already knows this because this is a recent development, Dustin. Earlier today, I had a friend of mine reach out to me,
Mhm.
who I have not talked to in probably 9 years.
Oh,
It was an old friend of mine from when I mostly was on Xbox Live, and I would do Call of Duty Zombies with.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was like, holy shit. I'm like, how'd you find me? And he's like, well, you weren't difficult to find. And immediately I'm like, oh yeah, my Xbox gamer tag is the same as my Twitch, is the same as my Discord.
Yeah, I found your podcast.
No.
Kind of cool.
I
Really cool.
wish.
It's really cool to
But
have a podcast.
The funny thing was I talked to him for like a good half hour. The funny thing is I asked him, I was like, so what made you decide to reach out of the blue after all this time? And I shit you not, this is the answer he gave me. You ready? His first thing was, have you seen the videos of the president's AI playing video games?
He just wanted to talk to you about that.
No. I'm like, I'm not knowing where this is going. So I'm like, okay. He said, well, lately I've been seeing ones where they're playing Call of Duty Zombies. And that made me remember when we played Call of Duty Zombies. I'm like, what?
He was getting sentimental.
He was getting sentimental watching like Trump and Biden Obama playing Call of Duty. I'm like, that's funny.
Dude,
Yeah.
when are we gonna admit that the president's AI playing
Oh
games
my
and talking is
God.
the same concept as our podcast, just better?
I mean,
I have said multiple times that they do us better.
yeah, we were first, but oh well.
I think it's because we're not. I don't think we're toxic enough. I think is the thing.
Oh, you want me to be
Yeah.
more toxic? Matt, what the fuck are you doing, you fucking beep?
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, we don't have a. Yeah, they're just more toxic. They just actually talk like gamers.
Yeah, that's what makes those fun is hearing them say like niche gamer terms when we talk about certain games.
Also, we
Yeah.
don't have the notoriety of the U.S. presidents,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which might also be part of it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm getting up there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're a president.
I'm famous.
You're famous.
I'm famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How so? It's fine.
Oh, you know, Twitch.
True.
Not
Got
everyone
you
can
there.
say they have over 1,000 followers on Twitch.
He does got you there. He does got me there.
Yeah.
He is
Look,
famous.
I don't know the numbers, Matt, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm willing to bet I am in the top 5% of Twitch channels.
That's yeah. A lot of the Twitch numbers do kind of go like that, just because of how many there are. It's like yeah. It's like some kind of. It's like those
Oh,
stats. Like
Here's
if you
the thing,
have
is
like
probably the bottom like 70% of Twitch channels are channels that have never streamed.
yeah, or it's like if you have 5 viewers, you have like you're in like the top like 1%.
One of the things I
Because
wish they actually did
they're-
with Twitch is make 2 different kinds of accounts. One for people who are only viewers, and accounts that indicate that you also stream. Because I think it would
Why?
be interesting. Because like if I have someone follow me and they only watch streams, then it's like, oh, okay, cool. But if I have someone follow me and they start talking to me and I know that they stream, right? Then I might check out their channel, see what they stream. What was that?
You're gonna treat them like a higher class citizen and give them more
No.
attention.
No.
Isn't there
I
typically
didn't
like a
say
badge
that.
that says that they stream? If they are
There's
in chat or something?
if they're like a there's a partner badge,
Oh, partners. Okay, never mind then.
which is what a lot of streamers do. Where if they see someone with a partner badge go into their chat, they do like interact more because, dude, that's called
Networking.
that's called networking, man.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, you shared that TikTok from the president's AI talking. Of them talking about the last time going gaming together or something like that.
Oh yeah, there's
And
lore,
the
man.
meme is dying. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
turned they're
getting
self-aware
emotional
of
over
it.
the meme AI presidents talking.
I actually was.
It's like, no, don't let the meme die. It's fun to watch.
I love them, man. I love those
Yeah.
guys. I like the ones where they're making beats and they're in the studio. They're making
Oh, I've never seen those.
sick beats. Oh yeah, there's a whole trend where but like they make beats in like FL Studio or like and just making like it'd be like Drake type beat.
Oh,
And they just make like music beats and it's just like there was one that I saw that was they were it was like what was oh fuck. I'm getting multiple mixed up in my head. But it was like they were like it was like yo, let me add a little bit compressor to this hi-hat. And then Trump was like, you're squashing all the vocals, bring it down. And then they were like going back and forth, all talking like they knew what they were talking about. And then Biden was like, oh, the bypass was on, which means none of the effects they were doing were even being heard. And it's like,
Whoops.
watching
Whoa.
those memes really taught me how deep you can get in certain video games. Like
Yeah?
I never realized how like hardcore you can get into Rocket League.
yeah.
Oh, probably.
Like all the
yeah.
terms they were throwing at each other, or like those rhythm games that I guess sometimes have 2-player modes. And it's like
Oh,
Trump buying. Go ahead, Matt. It sounds like you know better than me.
No, well, I was about to say something, and then a car just like drove by and I was like skidding. But no, what I was gonna say is yeah, a lot of games, especially like I think most games just have like a hardcore community to it, and you would never know until you get into it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I got really into Take the TF2 like competitive scene, but like most of the players just knows it as like the funny Valve shooter hat simulator game.
Right.
They don't know what callouts are.
Mhm.
Overwatch is the same way.
You
I guess,
name a video game and there's some sort of community for it.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess
even the Rugrats video game series now has a speedrunning Discord, which has like a decent number of people in it. It's like such a random group of video games, but like, you can find people who talk about it.
Yeah,
I think
I think
it's
I
really
understood that much. It's just that actually hearing it for the first time, I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Sorry, Matt, you're saying something.
Check out this drive.
Nice. Speaking of competitive games, right?
Yeah, man.
So Dustin,
I'm Dustin.
me, Matt, George A, Fanning, Seth faced off against some high schoolers in Overwatch.
You did, yeah. I saw you guys talking about it on the Discord.
How we didn't do great.
Yeah, I guess so.
We did fine.
We
Okay.
lost the first 3 games.
All right. Here's the thing, though.
Wasn't even close.
Okay. Here's the thing. It could have been worse. It could have been an
Yeah?
absolute stomp, but there were times that we pulled it back. There were times that it was close, and as compared to freaking high schoolers that this is their club that they do, and they have all the time in the world to play video games because they don't have a job, they don't pay taxes, they probably don't even do their homework, like, and they had like they had like actual like strats and stuff that they've practiced. I think for a group of people that just typically just have been playing nothing but Mr. Heroes the past week, I think we did pretty good. And there were also times, because I want to give us credit, I think there were times when, like, there was that one time, and if you know nothing about Overwatch, this is not going to translate at all, which are also very funny videos where it's like, explain this, try to explain this to someone who doesn't play Overwatch. And it's like a Reinhardt gets charged in, gets slapped, and then gets booped, and then like gets charged by another Reinhardt, and then gets break stunned. And it's just like the whole like chaos of it. But like we were on Junkertown. We were getting spot. We did our first push out of Junkertown. Didn't go great. And I'm like, okay, Fanning, you and I, we're gonna speed boost, and we're gonna go right. We're gonna go right through the room, and Lucio's speed boost is gonna put us in a better position behind them, and then we're gonna get the cart, and it worked. Like
Nice.
I think we did all right.
Dude, my favorite was the one play that I made, which was really good.
The
Where near the end of the fourth game, Dustin, they were about a solid 2 meters from putting the cart putting the payload in the final destination.
Mhm.
And I Junkrat ulted and killed 3 of them.
Ah, nice.
And that got us just enough time to be able to regroup and pull them into overtime. And then we were able to win via the tiebreak round.
and I mean that game was good. I want to say, you know, kind of unsung hero. I hit some nutty sleeps that round. Anna kind of popped off a little bit, but and like I know like their like skill range was like it was a very big skill range of skill. I think they had people that some of the kids were like very new to the game, and then they had one that was higher than any of us have ever reached in Overwatch.
Yep.
And I think we did fine, man. I think as a group of people that just kind of play together but never really take it that seriously, I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and I think everyone should like. I think we should feel good about what we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great job, team.
Good job.
I think Dustin did the best.
Catch us next season of Owl. We're gonna. Oh, this is gonna be morbid.
Wow, that was morbid.
Well, those weird like black slime things invaded, and it looked like they were killing things. So I'm like, okay, I need something to kill them. So that's what I think I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it was good. Overwatch is fun, man.
Yeah.
Fun game. I go back and forth between it and TF2, and it keeps me entertained.
I think I'm gonna take an extended break from Overwatch for a little while. Yeah, I think I want to take a break from.
So my competitive rank can go up. That's sick.
What was that?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
What'd you say? So your competitive rank go up? Wow, screw you.
Just saying.
Wow. I'm sorry for holding you back these last few months.
Yeah, you're holding me back. Yeah, just Rob.
Is there
I'm
any
joking.
specific games you want to get into, or you just want more time when you play it?
A little more time on my plate. I really need to start practicing and getting ready for this Pokemon series run attempt.
Oh,
in
yeah, you
June.
do. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I just had to fucking mail my Nintendo DS to Virginia.
Oh, you found somebody?
Yeah, I found somewhere I can get it fixed. So
What?
I mailed it to Virginia.
What do you mean get it fixed? Like
So
a
my
company that
my DS had been having a hard time reading games,
Mhm.
and it had gotten even worse over time. And I looked at the DS, and I realized that if you look inside of the card slot for a DS, right,
Mhm.
You can see all of the pins, which are like the metallic things in the back. And basically, what it's supposed to do is that they're supposed to be nice and straight, so that when you put the DS game card in, the pins slide down and they line up perfectly with the game, right?
Yeah.
Well, like 5 of the pins on the right side were so badly bent, it was ridiculous.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I realized, okay, that's the problem. I need to simply bend these pins back into shape. Thus began my 5-hour adventure into dismantling a DS, which I was able to do.
Yeah.
I was able to unscrew the back because I actually have opened DSs in the past. So you need like a special screwdriver in order to open it because they use a
Yeah.
no,
A lot
yeah,
of stuff is like that.
yeah. So most screws and screwdrivers are either a flat or like a plus
Phillips.
sign.
Yeah.
A lot of Nintendo products though use a triple point screwdriver.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of things have that. You need
So
special screwdrivers to open it. They're not
yes,
exciting to buy.
no. So like I have one for that. I actually have another screw bit around here for Game Boy Color games as well.
Mhm.
But anyways, I opened up the DS. Um, but the issue is that the card slot itself is it's like soldered on,
Okay. Yeah.
and I don't know anything about soldering. And my dad knows a little, but he looked at it and was like, "That's beyond what he can do." So I tried seeing if I could get like a little thing of tweezers in there to bend them back, but that wasn't working. Then I had the idea of just going for the soldering thing because my dad, because what we've realized is that the card slot. This is an original model DS I'm talking about.
DS Lite.
No. Like the original.
Oh,
DS.
the big bulky one. That
Yeah,
thing's ate
the
a chicken.
bulk one that was not didn't have like a backlighting for the screen.
Yeah. Okay. I had one of those.
But in theory, the card reader slot for the DS Lite is the exact same. And I have a DS Lite that I never use. That I looked at the card slot and it's in perfect condition. So I was like, oh, so if I take off the one from the original DS and put the DS Lite one on, then I'm good. And the reason I can't just use the DS Lite, it should be said, is because this original DS has a capture card installed in it.
Okay. Oh, the
So
special
that's
ones.
right. So it's a special DS specifically so that I can capture and record gameplay footage off of it. So I couldn't fix it myself. So then I said, all right, well, I need to find a place to fix it. I tried calling like 2 or 3 local places, none of which said they would even try to fix it. I then tried emailing like 3 online places that said they would try to fix it. None of them got back to me. And then finally, I found this one place in Virginia which specifically would do the exact issue that I wanted them to fix. So I paid for it, and I've now shipped off my DS. And now we shall see what becomes of it. I left as a note in the comment. I said, "Hey, just so you know, um, it does have a capture card on it, so if things are weird, that's why."
Mm-hmm. Just like embedded in.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Is there like an extra port on the outside? Like a port that's not normally there? Like HDMI? Or whatever it uses?
I'd have to look at an original DS to know exactly what the difference is. But
Huh.
no, for the most part, it's actually the cable that I connect to it actually connects through the charging cable.
Oh, okay.
So when the DS is plugged into the computer, not only is it doing the capture card, but it's also charging the DS at the same
Oh,
time.
cool.
Which is convenient. Unlike the 3DS capture card I have, where they have their own port for it. So I have to have the charger plugged in and the cable for the 3DS capture card as well. But yeah, so getting this DS capture card fixed is costing me about $50.
Well, I guess
Whereas
it's cheaper
getting
than getting a new one, right?
so getting a new one, which would involve not only paying for the service but getting an original model DS on top of that, would cost me somewhere around 150 to 200.
Yeah.
So yeah, it saves me like $100. Although I did contemplate buying a new one as well because there are projects that I kind of want to do where having multiple DS capture cards could be helpful,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not in a position right now that makes sense to do it.
Yeah. I know I keep seeing a lot of videos on YouTube about like the 2DS being like really good for emulation. Like people hacking the 2DS and running ROMs on it and stuff.
Oh, like modding?
Yeah, like using it to run ROMs and stuff, but like
Yeah.
it's insane how expensive like these old consoles are.
You want to know the most expensive thing I own? Or one of the most expensive things I own is that 3DS capture card.
Yeah, I'm sure that's that's a
Um,
lot.
so the issue is that when I got it, there was only one person in the entire world who was actually modding 3DSs for capture cards uses.
Mm-hmm.
And that one person was in Japan. So I had to pay an absurd amount of money. I think I paid like 400 or something.
Yeah, damn.
And I sent my 3DS to Japan. One of the most nerve-wracking things ever, by the way, because I don't know if you've ever sent anything to a foreign country, but Japan does not use an address system similar to the US. So I'm nervous that my 3DS is gonna get lost in the mail. On top of the fact that I paid them $400.
Do you think it's gonna get lost in the United States or it's gonna get lost in Japan?
I thought it was gonna get lost in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Um, but I knew I wanted it bad enough, so I said I'll take the risk. And it took like a solid month before I got it back.
Yeah.
The good news that I had, though, is that they actually sent me an email as soon as they got it. So they sent me an email and they said, "Hi, we just wanted to confirm that we got your 3DS." And as soon as they had my 3DS, I felt relieved because I was confident that the 3DS would make it back to me.
Yeah, if anyone knows how to safely.
Right, they know what they're doing. But yeah, about 3 weeks out, about a couple month or so after I got my 3DS modded, the guy shut his business down.
Oh shit.
In the last 5 years, as far as I'm aware, no one has actually been making 3DS capture cards, and a 3DS capture card nowadays easily goes for over $1,000.
Yeah.
So I got very lucky that I got mine when I did because they are so goddamn expensive. Like if this one breaks, I'm not getting another one, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Because there's so many great games on the 3DS, but you can't. There's no way of streaming them unless you have the capture card. There has been a recent development. I haven't looked into it, but I know there was a development that someone made about a year to a year and a half ago where they got a 3DS. They got the video feed of a 3DS to get onto a TV. And I think they actually did it wirelessly. And it was just through homebrew stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they've been able to do more with it since then. But it looked like that might be a potential solution to the 3DS capture issue. Because, I mean, it very much is an issue. If you, like, in the speedrunning community, if you go on any 3DS game, there's maybe if you're lucky, 10 people who run the game. And it's not because of a lack of interest. It's because literally no one can stream it. No one can record it.
And emulators don't fly there?
The issue is that the 3DS is a difficult console to emulate. Only in the last like year or two has like the 3DS emulator really gotten to the point where it's like speed running it's able to be speedrun. Because in order for you to speedrun a game on an emulator, to keep things fair, it has to like be a very good emulator. Like if the console runs at 60 FPS and the emulator only runs at 45, you can't speedrun on it. Could you play the game casually on it? Probably, yeah. But you can't speedrun on it because they want to keep things fair.
Yeah, that changed stuff.
And a lower frame rate like that could be, in some cases, an advantage to the emulator. Usually, if it's a disadvantage to the emulator, they'll say, look, you can run it on an emulator, but you're at a disadvantage. But if it's an advantage, then most of the time they'll say that you're not allowed to do it. Occasionally, you'll have games where they just allow emulator, but they're just split leaderboards. But yeah. 3DS emulating isn't the easiest thing. I know I tried it once, but I haven't. That was like years and years and years ago. So yeah, my DS is on its way to Virginia. I was told it should arrive there for Monday. And hopefully I will have it back within a week and a half. Because then I can start practicing my DS Pokemon games. But yeah,
if they don't send it back, we're gonna go to Virginia and take it back.
Road to Virginia.
Right.
We're gonna go raid their house in Minecraft, their Minecraft house.
Dude, the best part is I have their address.
Nice.
All right, let's go get it back. They better not send you a message like "LOL nerd, we stole your DS." Get wrecked.
Nah, it's a full-on company thing. It's not even like a one-guy thing. It's like a company where they just do a bunch of repairs of cell phones, laptops, video game consoles.
I see.
So yeah. But yeah, so I've been practicing. I've been getting back into Pokemon stuff lately.
Nice.
So that's what I'm doing with my life, and that's why I need the extra time. And Overwatch and Minecraft have slowly been consuming my gaming life.
You guys have been going hard on the Minecraft server.
Yeah. I've said it before, it happens to me where I don't touch Minecraft for like 9-10 months or so. And then I'll start playing it again, and it's all I'll play for like a month.
Yeah, that's a pretty common thing on the internet. A lot of people talk. You'll even find memes that are specifically like me about to start my 2-week my
2-week
yearly
binge.
2-week Minecraft phase.
Yeah.
It's like the 2 weeks where Minecraft's the most fun game in the world.
Yeah.
But
it's funny because typically in this group, like that Minecraft phase lasts like a week, maybe.
Depends.
Whereas this time it's been like close to a month.
I know for me at least, Dustin, the big difference is this is the first time, besides Pixelmon, this is the first time that we did like a major mod pack that I'm actually able to run well. Like every other time we did it, because before when we would do it, I had a shit computer and it would run horribly. And when the game runs horribly, it's not fun to play.
Yeah.
So, I would do like a couple days on it and then be like, well, I'm done. I can't deal with it. But no, this is actually running really well. So I've actually been really enjoying the stuff. That being said, I kind of feel myself reaching the point where I'm like, I might be done.
Well, you're at the end of your, you have the quest book and you're basically at the end of the quest book.
Well, I'm at the end of a chapter of the quest.
The main, you guys have all kind of picked your own paths, and I feel like
But the thing is that the path that I chose was science, so I basically have 100% of the intro to science quests. So now I'm doing the advanced science quests.
Is there anything after that?
Technically after that is, I think, traveling to the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still Minecraft, by the way.
Yeah, this is still Minecraft. But we'll see if I really do that. We don't have enough money.
The money. This is the grind. This is
But yeah,
never
so
ends
we'll
up.
see. But like even tomorrow, I'm probably just gonna do Minecraft practice. I've just been doing it offline. Like yesterday, I played through the first third of Pokemon Sapphire and just practiced that for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to get the I needed to make sure that I could manipulate the RNG to get a really good starter, which took me a little bit, but I got it. And then I wanted to see if I could do the optimal movement with playing the game well. And basically the answer to that was no. I had 2 optional trainers, which is not great, and I died like 4 times. But that was mostly to bullshit, less to me making a mistake, so.
Dude, I don't think speedrunning is it's intense. I don't think I
Yeah?
could ever. I just don't. I think it's more. I just don't like. I don't like to tend to like things that are like kind of grindy. I don't like doing the same thing over and over again.
But here's the thing, is I 100% agree with you, man, okay?
Yeah.
There are the people who will grind in the same game over and over and over again, and I can't do it. I can't. I've tried so many times, and I just can't. Which is why I like what I do, where instead of getting really, really, really good at one game, I become a mediocre speedrunner at all of them.
Yeah.
So like I'm not a top runner of any Pokemon game. But I am one of the only people in the entire world who can say they've speedrun every Pokemon game. Like, I only know of like 2 other people who can say that. And granted, those 2 other people are better at almost all the games than me. There's only one out of all the games that the 3 of us have played, which is like 62 Pokemon games, right? There's only like 4 where I am the best of the 3 of us at. That's it. And it's like, let me think here. The games that I'm the best at of the 3 of us, it's like Coliseum and XT Gale of Darkness. And then Pokemon TCG 2. And that's really about it. Oh, and I guess possibly Rumble Blast. Which is a 3DS game. And that's about it. Most of them, I'm the worst of the 3 of us. But, you know, I have fun with it.
As long as there are people in the world for Summoning Salt to make music, to make videos about, that's all I need, man.
Oh, there are. Don't worry.
As long as Summoning Salt can keep making videos and make speedrunning feel like the coolest thing in the world for about an hour and a half, every now and again, that's all I need.
Matt, hear me out. You ready?
No. I'm not
You,
speedrunning a game.
No. I wasn't gonna tell you to speedrun a game.
Okay.
I was gonna say I write the script of the history of speedrunning certain Pokemon games, and I'll do the narration, but you edit it.
Can I use the Summoning Salt music?
You might have to ask for permission from him.
I don't think it's his song.
I think it is.
Is it?
I think.
I think it is too.
Oh,
I
really?
feel like we've had this conversation before and we found out that it was.
I'll license it. I could use it. I could use it as a bit. It's like
okay.
You can use it as a bit. That's transformative. That's parody.
I mean, if you say so. But yeah, because I remember early on with Summoning Salt, he did one on Pokemon Red, and this was like very early on, and it's one of the only videos of his that I did not like, mostly because it was very well. A couple things. For one, at least as of now, it is extremely outdated. But that's not the bigger issue. The bigger issue is just that it was very surface level. And I think that reflects just the fact that he was new to it at the time. Whereas now his videos are like an hour 10, hour 20 even. That one was like 12 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like neither of those are reasons to dislike it.
No.
Reasons to like, I mean, genuine critique, but like,
And then
neither of those are bad.
what I do like though and appreciate from him is about a year or so later, someone was asking him about if he would do another Pokemon one, and he said no. And the reason he said no was simply he said, look, I've realized over time that if I'm going to make a video on it, it has to be a game that I'm not only knowledgeable about, but passionate in. And he doesn't know Pokemon. He doesn't care. So he realized that he was not going to be able to do a quality video for Pokemon. So, I'll step in.
Yeah, Rob the Gamer 115.
Yeah.
Rob the Gamer 115 presents.
Dude, there's a lot of history of different Pokemon speedruns. There's a lot.
There's a what?
A lot. My
Oh,
favorite
what?
is when Sword and Shield, the DLC, came out because that revolutionized the any percent run.
Damn.
Because before the DLC came out for Sword and Shield, the speed run was to pick Score Bunny. I believe. No, I think it was Score Bunny.
Neutral evil? No.
Chaotic
I don't remember which
neutral.
one's Score
Chaotic
Bunny was.
neutral.
Anyways, you pick Score Bunny, but you only use it for like 2 fights.
Good.
Then you get a Growlithe and run that for a while, and then eventually you get an Excadrill. But then when the second wave of the DLC came out, the Crown Tundra DLC, the run changed to one of the most baffling Pokemon runs of all time, where after playing the game for like 50 minutes, you then access the DLC, where you immediately are put into a trainer fight against Pokemon that are level 70. But you don't have to win the fight, so you just lose it. And then you're put into like a raid den, where whichever Pokemon you catch out of that raid den is going to be level 70 and will listen to you because you caught it and it is yours.
Mm-hmm.
So now you haven't done a single gym badge, but you have this level 70 Pokemon that'll listen to you and obey you. But here's where it got crazy, Matt, is that first raid den, the Pokemon that you encounter are random. Meaning every run you do, you're using different Pokemon. So it got to the point where people had spreadsheets. And it was like the top 30 Pokemon. And there was tier lists going on of which were like the S tier and the A tier. And you would have to catch your Pokemon, then find it on this Excel sheet so that you could pull up the notes. Some of the shittier options don't even have notes, so you're just YOLOing it with them. And it was just like, it was crazy.
People are insane, man.
One of my really good friends actually was, I don't know if he still is, but he was the world record holder in that category for a while. Let me see if he still is. Typed in the URL wrong.
Question.
Answer.
Are they sane?
About as sane as I am.
Counterpoint, I can answer the question for you. They are not. Please go check up on them. They might be buried in a pile of papers somewhere.
Alright, it looks like he's second. Looks like my friend is second place.
Damn,
Though.
fell off.
Yeah, it looks like he's second place.
Fell off, man.
But yeah, like, even if you look at, like, the top 3 runs, all 3 of them use a different Pokemon. So first place uses the Diggersby, which is like the rabbit thing from Gen 6.
Big
Yeah.
punchy boy, punchy hand.
My friend had a Crocodile,
Oh, based.
and then third place has a Starmie. But yeah, I know Crocodile is widely considered one of the best options. So
Dude, I like Crocodile. He was one of my guys in my first playthrough of Black and White. He
yeah,
was sick. He was sick, man.
nice.
He's a cool dude.
He's got glasses, man.
Yeah.
He's sick. I didn't expect him to turn into a big red alligator guy. That's pretty cool.
What the fuck was this guy doing?
Cause what is it, Sandile? Sandalit?
I think so. Something like that, Sandile.
Something like that. He's sick. He's just a guy. He's just chilling like a villain out in the middle of the desert. And then he gets up on two legs. And you're like, damn, if you were a fire type, people would hate you. Or a grass type, or really any starter Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then he just like goes
And
through
then
puberty.
he's
just like a Chad. It's crazy. It's like a mob boss type of deal. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know a little bit about Pokemon. I know a little bit about Pokemon. I don't got spreadsheets.
Yeah, spreadsheets.
I don't got any spreadsheets.
Oh, you don't?
Nah, I got spreadsheets.
Dude,
I got
spreadsheets for days.
I am sorry.
Oh boy, it's fun.
I don't want to play a video game with spreadsheets.
Dude, I'm the person who would love to like.
Wow.
Even when I was younger, like I would take my gaming way too seriously. Like I remember it started with one of the earliest things I remember was like I would have Word documents where I would have a list of all of the Pokemon at the time, which was Gen 1 through 4. And then I would cross off the Pokemon as I got them for my living decks. And it would like evolve from that. Because I remember by the time of Gen 5, I think I already had a living dex of most of the Gen 1 through 4 Pokemon. And that was just through playing Ruby, Diamond, Heart Gold. And I think that was it, really. And then just doing trades with people.
Yeah. I remember I got into I think the most not intense. I remember, forget what year it was in school, but I remember actively like making sure, I think it was Pearl. I would make sure that I would play the game before I went to school, and I'd put honey on the trees.
Yeah,
and then after school I'd get really excited to go see if the honey attracted, because I really wanted a Heracross.
Oh,
I just really wanted a Heracross, but Heracross was one of the rare ones to get.
Yeah, Heracross is not easy to get.
Yeah, I don't remember if I ever got it. Do you remember I remember the Pokewalker. The Pokewalker was sick. From Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where you could like take a Pokemon from your game and put it into the little Tamagotchi toy, and then walk around with it, and it would pick up items and stuff.
Yeah,
that was
the
cool.
Pokewalker, right?
Yeah, sick.
It's actually funny because I still have my Pokewalker, and it quote unquote broke like so many years ago. But like over the last few months, it just occurred to me that I was like, it didn't break. It's definitely just that the battery's dead. So I kind of want to open it up, try to replace the battery, Because I think I have a Pokemon on there still.
Dude, that Pokemon's probably jacked.
Dude,
It just-
probably not, because it's been sitting on a shelf for like 7 or so years.
Yeah, but just occasionally getting knocked around. Or it's like gone crazy from being isolated for so long. You might want to check on that thing.
That Pokemon's gonna kill you.
I think
I'm
it's
just,
serious.
I'm just
I think
curious.
it's a
I'm just
serial killer.
curious if there is a Pokemon on it, and if it's the Pokemon I think it is on it. Because I have a distinct memory of it being an Ekans that's currently.
Yo, Ekans, you know
And
what
I
Ekans
have
backwards
no
is?
idea if that is accurate.
Come.
You
What did you just say?
Something about the bit of just skipping layers of jokes is really
I was gonna
funny.
say, did he just go
Yeah,
straight from the Ekans joke to just saying come?
Yeah, he did. It's really funny.
Wow, okay, Dustin.
Oh,
I feel
got
like you skipped like 4 steps. But, you
Speed
know.
ran the
Oh.
joke.
speed ran the joke. Oh, what was it? I forget the path that I took with Fanning today, but I was doing the
God.
bit where I say things that are slightly different,
Uh-huh.
and where I say things that are like as though I misheard them. I'm like, oh, the thing from X or Y or whatever.
Yeah.
And I forget what
Are
it
you saying
was.
the one that from when I was there, or?
Yeah, you were there. Do you remember what it was? Do you
I'm
remember where it
trying to
started?
think here.
Oh, it was like 5. It was like 5 tiers deep.
It wasn't that deep. It was like
It was like I think I did like 5 times. Oh no! You know what it was? You guys were talking about the Minecraft server,
Uh-huh.
and then you had like a statue of some guy named Leonard,
Yes.
and
Leonard.
and then I was like Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was Skinner.
He was like Leonard Skinner, and he was like no.
It was like Skinner to
and
Sinner
it was like
or
who's
something.
it was like who's Leonard? And I was like, oh, and then I remember also I went, the guy from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And then what did I get? It was like, what was it? It's gonna drive me crazy.
You did the song. You were trying to do the song.
Oh, I was like, do you think the statue's gonna be there tomorrow? And you were like, why? I was like, do you think you like, I don't know, like, do you think you like still remember it? And I was like morphing the words to Freebird. What was it? Oh, if I could just remember what the joke was.
You just started doing a guitar riff in the middle of the joke. Is that
I would
the bit?
I would have really loved to just hit like a soundboard button and just start doing the Freebird. So yeah. Oh, what was it? It's like that's the Oh fuck.
Yeah, I can't really help with this. I only know the guitar riff, so.
Yeah. No, I went far away from Leonard Skinner.
Oh, okay.
Oh fuck. What was it?
I think it's just gone now, Matt.
It's gonna drive me crazy.
Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna finish today. You're gonna kick Craig out, and you're gonna remember it perfectly.
Yeah.
And when you say it, we're gonna say up. Remember
Put a
it
pin
the
in
next
it.
podcast.
Yeah,
Put a pin in it.
And I'll fucking remember.
Probably.
And
I'll
he'll put
remember.
something in topics that actually help him remember it.
Fair enough.
One, I won't just put one word and assume I'll remember it. Also, I'll just think about it. Because I realize that, like, if I need to remember something, I don't even, like, if I need to do something at a certain time, because I had to do something at work, like, right before I left work, and you had to pull something out.
Uh-huh.
And I realized, I was like, oh, I should probably set an alarm for it.
Uh-huh.
I realized I don't need to set an alarm for it. I just need to think about setting an alarm for it. And that's enough to remind me.
Yeah. I'm a similar
like, I don't-
way for.
It's like if I set an alarm for it, I'll be thinking about it the whole time. So I don't even need to, like, the alarm doesn't even need to go off. I just need to, like, think about setting an alarm, and that's enough.
Just don't use that logic for waking up.
Yeah, don't use that logic for
actually-
censoring things in this podcast either. Doesn't end so well.
You're right.
My favorite thing is when He told us to censor it. He said, "Okay, don't worry, I'm writing it down right now." And then next week, Koyana was on it. He was like, "Yeah, I never wrote it down. I lied."
Yeah, yeah, I did do that. I did do that.
You did do that.
I think I thought about writing it down.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was
sure you
enough one.
did.
Okay, you got me on one example. You got me on one
Yeah.
one exception.
All right. So speaking of our topics channel, I'm
Uh-huh.
glad I
Yeah,
checked there because I almost forgot.
Yeah.
Matt,
What's up, man?
was Dustin here for you being? Yeah, you were Dustin. You were here for this.
Maybe.
For Matt being creepy and stalking people. Well, person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was here for like the tail end of it, pretty much.
Oh boy.
Oh, what, the camera?
Yeah.
Camera.
Oh.
Did you guys end up going further after D&D like you said you would?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, they kept going, Dustin.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Okay.
I left pretty early that day, so
Dustin, they
Alright.
kept coming after I left, I think.
All right. Let me.
is that why both you and Georgia were sharing your screens with somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Let me set the
God.
scene. Let me start
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
go ahead and
beginning.
set the scene, because I'll let you. You go ahead and keep talking, Matt, and I'll let you know
Okay.
at what point it became too creepy.
Don't
Okay.
incriminate anybody, okay?
No, I'll use. Yeah, I won't say their names.
Oh, because we know their names
Yeah.
and their everything. Yep.
Yeah. So it starts with me seeing a bunch of videos about people like using like digital cameras because old shit's coming back, and old digital cameras are coming back. Like the same way some people like exclusively shoot on film. Reason people like vinyl records,
Like Polaroids
like old
and stuff.
Polaroids. Yeah. The next natural progression is people really liking the look of like old low resolution, like the old digital cameras and the way that they like compress color and stuff, and it's pretty cool. I've been really wanting to get into it because it's really easy and I like photography. But every single video is like how I shot with a $2 camera, right? But in reality, it's not a $2 camera. It's a camera they happen to thrift at a thrift store for $2. And if you want to like buy it, it's actually like $200. And it's like clickbait and whatever. And it's been bugging me. Anyway, I've been going around to thrift stores hoping to, luck out in a similar way. And at one like thrift store in Salem, I found an old digital camera. For like it was kind of expensive. It was like $20, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it now. So I got the camera. It doesn't turn on, and I'm like, okay, I think it's probably the battery. Battery is not charging. I go and buy a replacement battery and a charger for it. The new battery works. The old battery is dead, which is why I'm guessing they just stopped using it and got rid of it. But so I finally get the camera turned on, and because I got it turned on, it means I can plug it into my computer and I can see what's on the memory stick. By the way, also, I think it's kind of cool. This memory stick is about twice the size of an SD card, of like a regular SD card.
Uh-huh.
And the capacity on it is 128 megabytes.
Damn.
Like you have SD cards that are like 32 gigs. And this is an old, technology is crazy, man. We've gone so far.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I finally open up the pictures on my computer, and I'm just desperate. I'm hoping that there's something here. So I look through the pictures, and I realize there are pictures here. There's quite a bit. And it's basically pictures of this couple, this man and this woman. And at first it's like normal stuff. Like there's like some vacation photos in there. They go on like a cruise. There's some pictures of like their cat. There's a bunch of pictures of their cat and like their friends. A bunch of like selfies. And it seems like, oh, they're just trying out the camera.
Yeah.
I was hoping for something crazy. There are a couple kind of freaky pictures. He's like kissing her leg at one point, and I'm like,
few spicy pictures in there.
Spicy. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. I was hoping for something shocking, but whatever. whatever.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, I want something interesting. I was really hoping there would be something interesting. And I'm getting to the end of it, and then I realize that the last things on this camera are them having a marriage certificate signed. So I'm like, oh, they've been dating this whole time. They haven't been married. This is them getting married. That's cool. And then I realize that there is a clear not a clear picture. There is a picture of their marriage certificate that's about like, I'd say like 75% just out in the open. You can read all of it.
Yeah.
All of
yeah.
the woman's information that includes on the marriage certificate, and like maybe like a little bit less than half of the guy's information.
Because I think it's like hand is blocking.
Yeah, he's like covering
Yeah.
his hand.
Yeah, the guy who is signing it is actively signing it, so his hand's just on it. And what sucks is that there is a picture of that same guy also just holding it out in the open, but the picture is too bad to read anything on it.
Yeah.
But it's there. It's all there, but it's just not a good enough picture to see it. So all we have is this one.
Yep.
Yeah. Is this
I was
weird?
gonna
Is this
say-
when I got weird?
No, I was gonna say, so most people would say, "Oh, that's kind of interesting," and then call it a day.
I remember I came in for D&D, and I see Matt sharing his thing. It's like, oh, it must be unusual memes or something just showing that. And I pop in, you guys are looking at some piece of some document, reading it, trying to figure out what some blocked words. I'm like, what's going on here?
So
Best is that
Hey.
because the guy's hand's covering his information or something. We knew the girl was an attorney, but the guy, his job description, all we knew was it ended with what, IST,
IST, yeah.
Yeah.
and we were like, well, that could be a lot of things.
I want to know what it is. And to talk on that point where you said most people just say, "Oh, that's interesting," and call it a day. That is what I did. I said, "Oh, that's cool," and I called it a day. Right?
Mhm.
And then I showed you guys, and then George, in his infinite wisdom, was like, "Oh, she's an attorney. That means like stuff's public." So he Googled it.
He
So
Googled her name.
it wasn't even me that started
Wow.
this.
Passing the buck to George.
It is. Okay, I'm not going to deny it's not really passing the blame because I got fully into it.
You very much were into it. So.
I never thought about the fact that it was an attorney, which means that there is information that is available that we can figure out. I didn't think about that.
We were getting pretty
But-
interested even before that when we found out it was her second marriage. And how she was widowed.
So on the marriage certificate under her it says I think it's like WID, which
well, I think it was like which number marriage, and it was like second, and then it was like
reason or whatever.
and it was like divorced, widowed,
Well,
and it was WID for widowed.
Well,
You're
it
like,
said
oh, she's
widowed for
widowed.
her. It said widowed for her. And then I'm like, oh, well, the other guy. And right between the guy that's signing its fingers, I saw the letters DIV.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that must mean divorced. This is both their second marriage. Interesting. A second chance at love, perhaps.
Which again, it happens.
Hey,
I mean,
okay, interesting. So
yeah, I mean, my parents. This is both of their second marriages. So
yeah. So we're doing this, and so George starts Googling. And then he finds out something interesting. That this attorney is registered as like for the bar, I guess is the word for it.
Yeah.
Like as an attorney
Mhm.
for both here and in Florida. So we're like,
Yeah.
oh, why are they going to Florida? What's
yeah,
happening?
and wasn't it like the Florida one was issued like within the last like week or two?
It was very recent. And I'm like, and as this is all, and then also, not me, by the way, but I was very happy he did it. George looked up their address because or her address. And specifically, he found.
We're definitely in the this is creepy.
It
territory.
is a little weird.
Wait,
but-
folks, it gets worse.
He looks up he looks up the address, and we see that we look at it's on Zillow, which is like selling and buying homes and scamming kids out of $30 because they don't know that you're supposed to see a house
They don't understand
because you don't know you're supposed to see a place before you apply to rent it. Not any of us, but so that it's listed for sale, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, this is huge, because that's probably why I got their camera, because this is all very recent, like within the past couple weeks, maybe a week or two, and I check this store maybe every couple weeks, so I definitely have not seen this camera there before. So it's very recent. That camera was not there for a very long time, and I'm wondering, okay, what's going on? And then what we find out is we find some information about the attorney, and we find that she's single. It lists no spouse on it. And we're like, oh my God, it didn't work out. The relationship that we saw building on this camera, the beautiful moments between man and woman, this beautiful life that they were going to put together, this second chance at love, it didn't work. So we're like, oh shit, this is intense, right? So
oh, keep going, because I have nothing to add. This, like, you have crossed
this is
the line.
this is intense.
You
This is
crossed
intense.
the line a while ago. You are meddling with people. Like,
We're not meddling with them. It's not like we're contacting
got
them
to the
or
point
asking
where
them
I
about it.
jokingly said to George, should we drive to their house? And he said yes.
No. Here's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I want it. Basically, the end goal, which we haven't found
I'm
out,
trying to figure out how I can justify this.
is I want to find out if this guy's alive.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because remember, Georgie looked up the guy's name on Facebook and he found a dead guy and he thought it kind of looked like him.
I want to find out if this guy's alive, because I don't know. Maybe it's just suspicion because her first marriage ended being widowed, and she's attorney, so she'd probably know how to get away with it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you're insinuating that this random stranger you have known nothing about is going around killing her
I'm just saying, if we find out that this second guy died,
it's gonna be so. So basically,
oh my god.
it turns into we gotta find out who this guy is.
We don't gotta find anything.
we gotta find out who this
you
guy
might
is.
be onto something here.
We're trying. So
You should be behind bars
Justin,
here.
You cannot in good faith be defending this.
So here's what we're going on a journey. We're trying to find out who this guy is, because it's his information we don't have, right? It's not his information is being covered. We have a couple things. We have where his residence. We have his name.
You have more information than the stranger would like you to have.
So what we need to find, they shouldn't have sold the camera. So what I'm saying, main thing we won't need to find in order to validate anything that we find about this guy based on his name, because there could be just plenty of people with the name. We need to find out the main piece of information that we don't have is his occupation, because that's what's covered.
Well,
It's covered, right? It's just something ist. And based on
I think you're about to say the same thing, that we have a rough estimation of how many letters long it is.
Yeah, we have a rough estimation of how many letters it is based on the spacing of the woman's like where it starts relative to the word occupation. So if we kind of take that and we kind of see how far it goes, we estimated maybe like 9 or 10 letters of something that ends in ist.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, let's try to figure this out. Yeah.
I don't know. Are you still building to something, or?
I mean, we found
we found a very good suspect.
We found a very good suspect.
We found someone where the name matched, the rough place he lived matched, And the occupation was optometrist, right?
Audiologist.
Audiologist it was.
Yeah, the name, which fits the letters, which fits our suspicion on how long it would be. The birthday kind of fit, although we were a little bit shaky on it because it's based on what time of the. It's like what the website says is his age is, versus like what it actually would be. But it's down to like what part of the year you're counting from, right? Like very easily, like you look at my age, you say I'm born, 98, and it's 23. You could say I'm 25.
You're obviously 25.
Yeah, you could say I'm 20. You could just look at that, do the basic math, and be like, "Oh, he's 25 years old." No, I'm 24. But like you see what it is.
Yeah.
But the name matches. The occupation could match. What would really solidify it is if that thing gave a middle name, because we do know his middle name, but that didn't give it.
This is creepy.
It's
I mean, he's not doing anything with it.
It's
just
moral of the story, y'all.
It's GeoGuessr, but with people.
Is if you're getting rid of any kind of technology, whether it's a camera, an old phone, or anything, make sure every bit of data is wiped.
What I think happened was I think that they thought the camera was broken because they probably tried to charge the battery and it didn't work. So they probably thought.
But again, even if you think the camera is broken, that doesn't mean the memory card is broken.
Yeah, but you can't access the memory. So you can't access the memory card.
So I'm guessing you could with something extra without the memory card.
Well, yeah, but
tell them that.
Yeah, but then I would have gotten scammed, and I don't like that. So basically, yeah, I think what happened was I think they couldn't turn the camera on, which means they couldn't access the pictures through their computer or whatever. And I mean, if they're a kind of a doctor and attorney, they're probably pretty rich.
The other thing was it seemed like they had like a beach house in Florida.
Yeah, the guy also.
And they were like, "Well, he must be making money. How's he making money?" And because I remember for a while you were convinced he was an artist for no fucking reason.
That was just
an artist ends in IST.
I think I just thought it'd be kind of cool if, like, the woman being the breadwinner of the house, and he was like an artist focused on his paintings, which he provided, going against gender roles. I think that would just be cool. But yeah, he had stuff in Florida. Also, we found out that the house, because you look on Zillow, you can look. You can look at the other things of the property, and we can see that they also tried to sell the property in 2016, but it didn't work. So I'm thinking they were probably living somewhere else, had this house, tried to sell it, didn't work. They probably just tried to sell it for something, maybe to move, maybe to just because they didn't want it anymore, but it didn't work, and then they kept it for 7 years. But now the relationship seems to be like not anymore. She's moving. She's selling the house again. Should probably check that, actually. Should probably check to see what it is. What the house is at. Anyway. Yeah, that's where we ended. And honestly, we haven't looked any further since then. We kind of hit a wall with what we were able to find. And you can't just find stuff. We don't actually want to like do anything.
Again, you keep saying it's you and Georgia, just to be clear.
Yeah, we two people.
Like two people is we. I'm just saying for the audience, like when Matt's saying we, it's not me, Dustin, and Matt. Like I don't want to be lumped into this.
I think you're being weird on how distant you're trying to be from it. I think you're being weird.
I think Robert knows more information about this, so he's trying to cover it up.
Holy shit.
He's trying to get you off the scent here.
You're close. Were you paid off by the attorney or the somethingist?
No. So that one guy that you found that might have matched, was he alive or dead?
I didn't say. I'm assuming alive because it seemed recent. But
wait, what was it though? What were you looking at?
I think we were looking at a Facebook profile.
No, Facebook didn't yield anything. We looked up the guy's name on Facebook. We couldn't find anything.
Oh.
Yo,
it was
did you
something
try LinkedIn?
It was. I did. I told Georgia because he has. I don't use LinkedIn. But I told Georgia to try LinkedIn. We couldn't find anything. I think we found something that was like a doc. It was the thing that said that suggested like some kind of doctor.
Oh, okay.
Probably like insurance. Like just looking up doctors because because you can find that if you're looking up for because that's public and stuff too.
Yeah.
But I don't know unless something happens. But I don't know, man. That's where it left off. Kind of. I mean, we found something that seems right. It seems to be like very close on multiple things that kind of confirm it, but it's also just not definite. And it's kind of just don't know where to go from here. That's kind of where we are. So we know probably as much information that would give us. But I don't know. I hope he's alive. I hope they managed to find love.
Hope she's having a good time in Florida.
Yeah, I hope they're having a good time in
I hope
Florida.
they're listening to the podcast.
They're listening. That would be insane.
Hey, wait a second. We saw a camera recently.
Wait a second. I killed my husband.
Oh my
Twice.
god.
I killed 2 of my husbands.
That's what I think I had asked a question like, how many times do you have to be widowed for people to start suspecting that you're killing them? And I think the answer was like 3.
I would say 3.
If you're widowed 3 times, you're probably killing your
I feel like the second time I'm starting to ask questions.
Yeah, but it also could just be bad luck.
Well,
Especially based on
it
how
very much
old you are.
depends on their age and the context of their deaths.
Yeah, exactly. That's the questions I would be asking.
That's the questions we're trying. That's the questions I'm trying to figure out.
If we're saying how many widows do they need to be when you're asking questions, then 1. Because if someone's like, "Oh, my wife just died," I'm gonna be like, "Holy shit, what happened?" and ask some questions.
Nah.
Better not be the first thing that happens if someone's wife dies. That's like a year later, and you start realizing that the story being told doesn't make a lot of sense.
I mean more like if someone's like, I've been widowed before, I'm like, oh, okay, that sucks. But if someone's like, I've been widowed twice, it's like, oh,
interesting.
dive deeper.
Oh,
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, no, that was already my journey.
So what I'm hearing is, Matt, is you're gonna keep buying new cameras, well, old cameras, with the goal being to essentially stalk strangers.
No. I'm gonna keep
I think you
buying
should.
I'm gonna keep buying old cameras as I find to see if I can find any cool pictures on them. And if they just so happen to take a picture of an important document, then maybe I'll look into it more.
When you say cool pictures, what do you classify as a cool picture?
Well, there's a lot of things. I think if I could find an old digital camera of an actual like photographer, I think that would be cool. I'm also kind of looking for
Crime.
I was gonna say you're looking for like someone who took like nudes or something. Like,
I mean, it would be wild. It would be a story.
If you're going thrifting, you want stories that come from it.
All right, Matt.
Maybe I find someone. If I found someone that went to like.
I was gonna say, you buy a camera, you look at the photos. There's a dead body. What do you do?
Go to be like, hey guys, check this out. Share screen on Discord. Obviously, unless it's like, no, I probably, honestly, I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I probably delete it and pretend I never saw it.
Really? You would just delete it?
I am someone who has possession of proof of murder. I am not getting involved.
Matt, you might be the only one who can prove that a murder happened. You have to get involved.
Yeah, they come looking for me.
I'm pretty sure that there is like, I'm pretty sure that if it came out that you delete a photo of a body like that, then that's like, you're guilty of concealing a murder potentially.
I mean,
no, you're not. There's no way.
We're talking about a man who's terrified of self-serve registers. Okay, I'm not really shocked that he's gonna delete a picture of a dead body if you found one.
There's also
seems
like,
pretty on
no,
par from that.
there's no way that that's like actually like they could like be like
Fine,
you're
then,
an
do me a favor.
accomplice.
Do me a favor then, okay?
Yeah.
If you
A picture of
find
a dead
a
body.
photo of a body, don't delete it. Tell me, and I'll bring it to the police.
Oh, now he wants to get involved. If there's a dead body, Rob wants to get involved.
Yeah, right. That's
We
cool.
might have 2 over here, and he's calling you okay for it.
Hey man, I'm gonna like if I found some like risque stuff, that would be sick, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just interesting. It's just it's just or really just anything that's just other like lives of like other people that to them feel so real and so visceral. Like it's their life, and like I would never know anything about these people. If I would never even see these people if I didn't just happen to stumble upon like their like old camera that I just bought because I wanted to take pictures with a low megapixel camera.
Yeah, I
Just
feel
out
you.
in Bra-
It's like
yeah,
when you click on like a random profile that's recommended to you on Facebook or something.
yeah.
You just click on cause and you go through it a little bit.
Being like,
Can't relate. Don't use Facebook.
Didn't ask.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's
Yeah.
interesting. Or it's like if you like at a yard sale and you find like an old like photo album.
Oh yeah, no.
that
Let
also
me
has pictures in it.
look just to clarify my stance on it. Going
No,
through
yeah.
someone's old photos is perfectly fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's when you start Googling the person, and that's where it starts getting a little creepy.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have had. Hey, if they hadn't taken pictures of their marriage certificate, then I would have had nothing to go off of. So
I
it's their fault.
guess.
It's their fault.
Also,
What
Matt,
if,
you
like-
did. Also, Matt, you left out one of the best photos ever.
What?
Where the person took a photo of their cat, and then in a future photo, we see the printed out photo of the cat.
yeah, and they printed it out and put it. They put
That
a
blew my
picture
mind.
of it.
They put
Yeah,
it in a frame.
yeah, that was fun. That was when I thought that was
Also,
the
the
coolest
other
thing.
thing that's worth saying is
Yeah,
you're
okay.
dealing with 2 very different parts of time where you're trying to look at these people in the present, but all these photos, including the marriage certificate, were taken in like 2005.
Yeah.
So like we're talking like a 17-year difference, 18-year difference.
Yeah, but they're still trying to sell the house.
No, I get that.
They're
but,
trying-
like,
The listing for the house was like a week ago, dude. Which means they sold this camera a week ago, which means they're getting rid of stuff, which means stuff is happening. That's why it's interesting. These are real people that are
that's on the case, everyone. Don't worry.
these are real people, and these are their stories. Bum, bum. Like,
God.
I'm just saying.
Hey.
I'm just saying, man.
Just
Hey,
this
we can make
season
a-
of Criminal Minds is crazy.
Yeah, we can make a good like Netflix series out of this, and we could say based on a true story at the beginning.
True crime podcasts do great, which is why this is the first episode of Lads AM True Crime Podcast.
Dude, lads in the AM? No. When we're doing true crime, that's lads in the PM. Because because let's be honest, everyone's listening to those true crime things at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as long as you can get through an hour and a half about speed running, you get to.
This is what we do.
Video games and
This is what we
speedrunning.
do. You ready? We do one podcast where it's true crime, Matt. And the game we're playing is like some detective game.
We just make shit up.
Every episode of a true crime podcast is just you going through some random people's cameras and trying to make a story out of it.
God.
Just trying to figure out. Yeah, because we did take this one camera and made a whole murder mystery out of it.
And then halfway through the podcast, we're like, and then we found out where we live. Plot twist. We're recording the podcast there. We're in their attic right now.
Dude, we found a. Dude, we could just go to the. Hey, we could just go to the house and do a podcast in front of it. What are they gonna do? Stop us?
If they do, then
We should
congratulations.
buy the
Maybe you
house.
can get their answers. Dude, I don't think we can afford the house.
We should buy the house.
Oh my god, we can't even get an apartment. You want us to get this fucking house?
Yeah, and then we could see what goes on in it, and maybe we don't find the guy's name. Maybe
We'll
we
meet
find the guy.
Matt,
The
you're
ghost.
an idiot.
He's gonna
We
start.
asked-
He's gonna start haunting us in our dreams.
we
You're
asked
almost
the ghost-
there. Don't
We
give
asked- he helps us to solve his murder. Oh, that would be sick. Okay, we're gonna buy the house. That's
Yep,
a new
done
buy.
deal.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting, yep, we're getting
Fine,
buying a
we
house.
all can.
We're buying the
We
house.
all can. Sure.
We're buying the house.
Yep.
And we're gonna find the dead body. We're gonna solve the murder. And Rob
We're gonna
doesn't
buy
get-
a house and a Ouija board.
we're gonna buy a house. And Rob doesn't get to talk to the ghost because
Yep,
he's weird about it. Rob doesn't get to talk to the ghost, and when we get the key to the city for solving the murder, Rob doesn't get it.
Matt and I are gonna solve crimes with our ghost. Maybe even start a podcast with him.
Rob's gonna be so jealous.